And so, welcome to the deep hour here on Truth 96.1. It's the first day, so a lot of things have to be done in terms of our setup. Yeah, so many things have to be done, but up to 6 o'clock, right here on the down. That's the time this program run for from 5 to 6. So we're going at 21 minutes after 5 o'clock. It's time to cross over to Dr. Abraham Dasaman Selu, who there at the studio to that. Good evening, welcome.
Okay, good evening once again. I'm Dr. Ibrahim Tassaman Siruto First. I'm the Executive Director of the Democracy and Empowerment for Economic Progress, DEEP. DEEP is a civil rights nationalist organization propagating the true sense of nationalism and call to national duties. Deep goal is to liberalize Liberia and ensure that Liberia becomes an industrialized state with its citizens being economically empowered irrespective of their tribe, political affiliation, religion, educational background, etc. This initiative by DEEP will concentrate on its effort to ensuring that Liberia stands out as a beacon of hope for Africa. This effort is intended to help standardize government operations and enhance the developmental drive or desire of the citizens because the country have not yet adopted an agenda to operate on. DEEP is interested in establishing clear laws on the following items that should be enforced at every level of our democracy. DEEP is built on five cardinal, uncompromised, and achievable pillars in achieving our goals. So we say the first major pillar that DEEP stands for is we have advocated for the enactment of a law that will ensure that the minimum college credential for any appointed or elected position is a bachelor degree from a reputable university or college. And if we want it to be more forceful, we say college or universities in Liberia. This standard of qualification encompasses three components. One, college degree from a reputable university with not less than 6 years, or we say 4 to 6 years of successful senior level managerial and administrative experiences. We will look at them one by one to be able to give a better understanding to our audience. Because if you want your country to develop, you have to be careful with the decisions you make. We would like to say that every successful country in the world is an educated country, and every poor country in the world is a poorly educated country. So no matter how many resources you have in your country, as long as your education foundation is terrible like Liberia, then you have yourself in a detrimental position. We will provide a lot of quotation to tell you how we can work on our country and some of the staggering information that are out there concerning this country. Could you imagine since 1847 we got your independence up to current, you are graded among the most illiterate countries in the world. We will provide some information, because if you get to understand yourself, as Socrates always said, know thyself. Because when you know yourself, you be able to examine and identify your weaknesses and strengths, and have the desire to improve the quality of your life based on those egos you have, those drive that will take you from one end to another end. You will be able to make some changes. Unfortunately, this country has no national agenda that every citizen or majority of the citizenry is aware of. No, we just have government after another government coming with their own empty manifestos to satisfy the listening quest of their audiences. But as a nation, holistically, we do not have a national agenda, something that the country wishes to achieve. Is just frustrating, is terrible. So we are saying that one of the first things we are looking out for is the enactment of a law that will ensure that the minimum college credential for any appointed or elected position is a bachelor degree. You can have your degree in whatever field of your choice, but we want people who have at least a minimum of a bachelor degree and must have had things like 4 to 6 years of working experience. There is something we call meritocracy. If your country needs to make an improvement, about development, not anybody and everybody can make that happen. Decision making is a very conceptual factor in man's life. Not everybody have the capacity to make the right decision. If that was the case, then everybody will be successful. No, you'll find poor people, because everybody make some decisions every day, multiple of them, make it every day. But why are they poor in other countries and other individuals are successful? It means the quality of decision making. So decision making is not something that anybody can just make a good decision. No, it's not that particular process. So if you need people to serve in government and for their country to succeed, it means that the quality of your selection is very capital. You gotta be very careful with who you select. If you want to point out the issue of democracy, I would tell you that just look in the international world, Europe, America, and other successful countries. You see that in their parliament or in the legislative branch of government, they have highly qualified and sophisticated individuals. If the United States that you always talk about, we have 100% college graduate Senate, then it means that the American government does not want to live like how the babies are living, or they don't want their citizens to be impoverished like how we are as a country impoverished. So the citizenry elect the best brain, complicated brains that have the basic skills, technical, conceptual, and human skills, to be able to go out there and make decisions. Okay, employing the 7 types of thinking. All right, so they don't just sit down and elect anybody and everybody in the name of democracy. No, if you want to succeed, you see institutions that want to make profit, they always ask for certain credentials and experience, because they don't want to exist just like another business institution. You see, even in our country, we have people even importing individuals. Like you see what even happened in the current government, they are bringing people out there because they may have a bigger mindset. So in order, you saw that during even entering city administration, they have to bring people that are more sophisticated. Not everybody can push a country forward or could push an institution up. So if you want to succeed in life, it depends on the quality of education you have, and library education is lacking far beyond other countries. And to even tell you more terrible things, you hear that for the past years, for the past 30 years, no university in Liberia have been there among the top 200 or 200 universities in Africa, according to the UNIRANK report. Even the World Best University report also, no university in Africa, in Liberia, is captured, regardless of Liberia hosting the two of the oldest universities in Africa that have to do with the University of Liberia around the 1882, and then the University 1862 and the University the Continental University 1889. Okay, so it tells you that you have older universities in your country, or unfortunately, when it comes to performance, your universities are still struggling because you don't even have books for each subject that's being taught at various universities. Now that we say that you have well experienced and qualified teachers or lecturers at the universities. We don't even have fellows and other rankings at the university. In fact, one of the economic crimes that is being experienced in universities is you see that everybody that enters university to provide instruction, or we call teacher, is being referred to as a professor, which is an academic crime. We will take time to go through that. But what we are saying is, if you want people to properly scrutinize government as officials of government, whether in the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judiciary branch, it means that you have people who are sophisticated to lead them. So you position in a country is normally made by few to influence the majority. So the few should be the complicated minds that think about that decisions should be influenced by nationalism, the good of the country, and looking at even generation unborn. Okay, so Deep is saying it's important. I'm trying to let the basics for today, and then we'll have an opportunity to talk about other issues as we go along our discussion. So the first thing we talk about is a college degree. The second thing we say the parents should have 4 to 6 years of successful senior level managerial administrative decision or experiences. Okay. And the third is the person should be a nationalist who has evidence of being a humanitarian or an advocate, or someone who have worked in the best interest of this country. You see, we noticed that, like, if you're talking about the issue of 4 to 6 years of working experiences, people will say this and say that, but you see that even the current government try to portray even the current president as someone who has a lot of experience, even though that they inflated the figure, which has no academic basis to say that Joseph Walker has 42 years of working experience. I think that was academically wrong, because if you subtract the time that CDC government took power, the time he was off job, the time we were fighting war, and during the administration of Samedo, you will notice that people heavily inflated the years, and because we have a poorly defined society, so people could not investigate to say, you have experience here, but to inflate the number, including all the time we were shooting war in this country, and you were fighting war. So because in order to accumulate for the two, it means that there have been no day that the president, Joseph Walker, have not left government. It means he's been working in government all through, from just, if you say that he started work around 19, it's just a simple mathematics that he can do. If you say that the president started work around 1981, it means that he worked from 1981 all throughout, even since the government. It means that he was also working, in government, which is far from the truth. But why am I flagging it? I'm saying that the prudence of having years of experience in giving fee stands out a lot. Okay, but not to the point of inflating it. But it's easy to be done in our vibrant society because the country does not have the capacity to conduct research and find out when people say things, whether or not it is true or not. So just do your own calculation. If you subtract 42 from 2023, it means that the person has been working all towards even just we are government to get 1981. But if you subtract the job we are 6 years, it means that from 1975 all the way to the end of 2017, 18 means that Joseph Walker have been consistently in government, which includes all the 1991, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, the April 6th, all the war. I mean, he was staying in government successfully working. Okay, so we will provide a lot of education so that people can take advantage. And if you need to have a good country, you do not just allow everything or anything to just go down your head, when it's being said by your officials of government, or even those of us in the academic environment. Okay, so again, this is the Deep National Hour program. I'm Dr. Abraham Tassamas the first, the executive director of the Democracy and Power for Economic Progress and Civil Rights Movement that is working to ensure that Liberia becomes an industrialized state. So we go on being a little bit cool so that we all can understand the foundation which DEEP is based on. So as we go through our journey, it makes it easy for our audience to have understood DEEP and its focus. Okay, so we want to to follow up our programs, you can go to Deep National Hour Facebook page, that is DEEP National Hour Facebook page, and you have an opportunity to see a lot of our editions, what we have been propagating all the time over the past years. I know a lot of you have heard of Deep, and even we want to welcome back all our members that have been with us from Deep. From the very beginning, for the past years, we want to tell you that we are back on this platform, and we hope to be around for as long as possible. So you can just go right down to the page. I'm not going live now on the page, but you can go on the page right now, and then you'll be able to like and subscribe and share it. The next edition will be here. It will be going live on the National Hour Facebook page and giving opportunity to be able to participate. But we appreciate when you are part of the process. Just go to Deep National Hour Facebook page and do your own, be able to subscribe. So we say that Deep furthermore, the law should ensure that all individuals interested in participating in advocacy and politics in Liberia should be residents of this country, along with their family, which is, I think, is very important because we know that everybody will not be here, but if we don't take time how to regulate a lot of the things that are being said on our media, then it means that people will be out of the country and cause insurrection in our country, and we will be the one running because the country is already not among the educated society. So many that give misinformation from abroad, and everybody's just start tuning in and behaving in that light, and it will help and stay consistent and get our country messed up. Okay, so it's good for us to be here. So you be careful what you say, what you do, because Liberia stands out high above everyone else. So our interest should be this country. So we say the enactment of a complementary law that will require all aspirants for offices of representative, senator, and president, along with appointed officials, to have obtained the first degree from Liberia and must obtain the requisite qualifications stated in that document. So we're saying that if you want to improve your educational sector, Liberia doesn't really have an educational system. Okay, we'll take our time to provide all the academic information that you need to understand the difference between having a sector and having a system. And also, you already understand what system is. It means that coherency, everybody doing the same thing and following the same procedure. It's been standardized, system done by standardization. But in Liberia, it's not that way. It's easy for people to beat the system, sacrifice things in the educational system, and joke and laugh about it. That people are graduating in high school cannot even compose, cannot even articulate well, but they are also settled to matriculate into universities, and they will come out of universities fully qualified. Some of us have had those experiences because I'm also a lecturer. I know. So if you are teaching a student at the master level and the student isn't capable of comprehending some of those things that you expect them to be able to analyze as easy as it is. It's simple and it's discouraging because, like at the master level, we expect each course that is taught at the master level should be supported by 3 books approved by the university, maybe even make it full. But there should be no course being taught with just a book. Not to even mention, you just download things on the internet to use, and those things all degrade our universities and colleges in this country because you don't use or printed things on the internet to come and teach in college. From the freshman undergraduate study all the way to master's degree level, should be taught using books. Okay, and not just one, like undergraduate bachelor degree from even your under level to your 400 level. Courses should be use one major book and a supplementary book that complements the major book. So it means that students graduating from a bachelor degree program should be able to list names of books, authors, and be able to even like to say among the favorite books, I love this other author, I love this argument he or she makes. That's the reason why students do projects, dissertation, theses, to be able to develop their own thesis statement in defense of their own desire, what they aspire for. And those things are important. But if students we undergo a course using handout, then unfortunately they are poorly educated. Okay, so those are all things we'll be looking at because it's important if we want to change our society. Then it means that those successful countries, we should be able to look at them and see what they have done and what we can learn from them. Okay, with that, it makes it more complicated for the society to be misled because when you have people who are properly schooled, I would want to say properly educated because people in school looking at the patterns and other procedures they have to pass in education, but the application will define whether or not they have the quality of education that is required. Okay, so we will be taking a short break and we'll come right back to continue with our presentation.
Umbrella water is rich man. Umbrella water is rich man. You live in your own world that falling up. They feed a heaven be they can turn it on and go. Yeah, let it go back and take it in our books.
Okay, that's very, very good. That's very good. Okay. Okay. So all right. Deep is here for a lot of things, and we will go on and we'll get as tough as possible. So we say the second pillar that Deep is built on is we are advocating for the enactment of a law that will ensure that at least 80% of all senior managerial and administrative position in every organization or business operating in Liberia is occupied by qualified Liberians. Again, the second pillar of our advocacy is to ensure that there is an enactment of a law that will ensure that at least 80% of 80% of all senior level managerial and administrative positions in every organization or business operating in Liberia is occupied by qualified Liberians. This law should make it mandatory that Liberians be given first preference to all jobs at every level in this country. All jobs at every level. You know, it is unfortunate that in Liberia, you see that people go to school, acquire certain credentials, certain qualifications, but the government does not protect the employment rights of its citizens against in contravention of the active employment policy of the Republic of Liberia. According to the Liberian law, it is the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Labor responsibility to inform all Liberians, all job seekers, Liberians, that they can procure jobs for them. If they are not qualified to occupy a given job according to the active employment policy, that's the reason why there is a legislation that gave a division at the Ministry of Labor, the Bureau of Employment Services, that responsibility to recruit, to register job seekers and find jobs for them. That is in the law. You see, the government tries to keep its citizens incommunicado of a lot of things so that the dividends can be low. It is the responsibility of the Ministry of Labor to register all students graduating with whatever profession and be able to look out there for jobs for them. But unfortunately, the ministry is one of the most miserable disappointment and contributor to frustration in the Liberian society as it relates to empowering its citizens. You can have citizens having rights, limited rights, and foreigners having equal opportunity or more even opportunity to jobs in this country. That is not a thing. Foreigners are paid far more better than the Liberian society, simply because two major factors, the people accept it, and we deal with them when we start looking at the flag of Liberia. And you'll see whether or not our independence and what we carry as our symbolism, our flag, our seal, whether they actually represent this country. And just to give it a gist, our behavior, our and the pattern of life in this country is completely contradictory to what we have called the flag of Liberia. We would handle that at another time. Okay, there are lots of things to be discussed and lots of education to be provided. But it depends on a society that listen and wants to change to use information. You know, there's a common saying that a hint to a wise is quite sufficient, but abundance of information to a foolish society is just a waste. Okay, so it depends on the society to determine how to use information. Other countries see information as so peculiar, so expensive, that a child in the class of sixth grade will have read more than 100 books because the power of your education depends on how many books you read. There is no when talking about the standard successful businessman in the world will read 30 to 40 books every year. Could you imagine 30 to 40 books every year? So it means that in a period of 10 years, that may have read over 300 books. It means the power of his intellect is so complicated, sophisticated, that I know making $1,000, $10,000, $100,000 will never ever be a dream. That particular person was thinking about making tens and hundreds of millions of dollars. Because if you have read over 300 books, taking the information and knowledge of more than 30, 40 person and putting it in your head, because when you read books, some books have been written by 10, 20, 30 person references and other things. You see them. So you put that information in your head, calculate the it means that you add to your stock of knowledge. Okay? You add to your stock of knowledge. It means you'll be so knowledgeable that when you try to impress yourself, you will not be looking for working for $1,000 and be happy. Okay? You would never ever dream about making that kind of money. Because if you make $1,000, you always have a limited life. But if your mind is complicated, you see that you make. So you see developed countries are not looking for the kind of job that you, the blacks, are running for, because their minds are open. Because if you are in an open and educated, complicated society, okay, a sophisticated society, the people will be going higher, looking for bigger job, bigger money. Then they create vacuum behind them for people who want to work for $500 a month, $1,000 a month. So you will see there will be an influx of people from impoverished nations, continents like Africa, running for those kind of jobs, because they can even make that money in their country, and that brings us small so they can be able. So when you look at the poverty rating of any country, it's not determined by the wealth you have in your country in terms of natural resources. It's determined by the power of the brain of the society. If you have your society 80% highly educated, without an abundance of resources the way we have in our country, this country will be so prosperous, so prosperous. But if you have about 54%, according to a report, of your country to be illiterate, and if you have about 45 or 44% of your country to be people who understand simple English, sentences can read simple sentences and read. Okay, and can understand simple sentences, then it means that your society has a serious challenge. And indeed, Africa has a serious challenge, because everything we do without following academic requirements. Society that are successful, before they make national decisions, they put out whatever decision they want to take. they want to be more knowledgeable, so they ask university to debate, discuss things they call technocrats. Take for trivial example, I listened just a few days concerning the war crime court. Whether or not that is good, there is no academic input in that. And a pass signifying that your country is an illiterate country. Because if this country appreciates education to determine the possible end result of the establishment of a war and economic crime code, you will have placed that in the public domain, and most especially to experienced individual to discuss it lengthily and give us a clue that by taking such action that will be national, this is where we will end at the end of the day. So whatever decision that will be made, and we will have seen almost the end from the beginning or even before the beginning. Because academicians and academics will have discussed it, see the pros and cons, and be able to determine what is prudent now to be done. But we are more sentimental than educative. Okay, so as long as it will sound good in the ears of people, we do things. And do you want to feel emotional about things and you are completely nothing? It's just like the child wants to solve, you get the child, the neighbor, which is like a pacifier, and the child is sucking it, and the child feels good, but no milk coming out of it. And that's how we are so sentimental. Not everybody, but the general society is more sentimental. They always want to hear things, good things, but getting there is something that we want to pay the price to get there. So I think that action by the representative fall far below setting the standard to put this country on an educated stage. So if we should practice, we should try to set precedents in this country and want to make good decisions. We should not emotionalize everything. Let the academician discuss things. The general society may not be in support of that, but the power of the brain will save the society. Because when you have an informed or group of individuals that think nationalistically, review things and give their own opinion on those things, and you will be able to betterly disseminate information for the good of the society, so that by the time a decision is taken by the country, you will be able to save your country from a lot of things that will have occurred if you have not followed the path. That's the reason why you see we would not want to give somebody a degree who might not have gone to learning your own 200, 300, 400 level courses and defend with a very good, strong thesis, carry on to your findings using various methodology, developing questionnaire, and because those things are intended to make you to understand that before you can be convinced that this is good, you should have stronger spectacles, and locals on that subject matter. Okay, and not sentiment or emotion. Okay, academic is difficult, but it is always the faster route to success, and it limits danger, calamity before the society, and because you will be able to predict things before they even occur. Okay, so again, Dr. Selu, I will highly appreciate that we follow through with this. We will provide a lot of information and education as it relates to how to run a successful nation, responsibility of the citizenry, and what are the duties and responsibilities of the government, the issues of good governance, good practices, and overall the practice of nationalism. Okay, so you want to follow us up, just follow up on Deep National Hour, the Deep National Hour Facebook page. You can follow us up there. I'm Dr. Abraham Dasamansil. I'm the Executive Director. We will provide as much as possible information that will help and bring change to our country. So we'll be closing up on the second pillar of Deep, and when we come back, we will continue so that every person can understand what Deep is before we start picking up some national issues to discuss. So we say the second pillar has to do with an advocacy seeking for the enactment of a law that will ensure that at least 80% of all senior managerial position and administrative position in every organization or business operating in Liberia is occupied by qualified Liberians. And this law should ensure, make it mandatory that Liberians be given first preference and that all lower level jobs be exclusively set aside for Liberians. So again, we will just take a short break as we run to the close of this program. Let's take a short break and we'll come back to you.
Industrialize.
Okay, so again, we say that the Democracy Empowerment for Economic Progress is a civil rights nationalistic organization propagating the true sense of nationalism and the call to national duties. And deep goal is to Liberianize Liberia and ensure that Liberia becomes an industrialized state with its citizens being economically empowered irrespective of their tribe, political affiliation, educational background, and etc. So we say that DEEP is based on 5 cardinal, uncompromising, and achievable pillars in achieving its goal. Okay, so today I try to be as slow as possible so that we can have a basic some basic understanding about DEEP and some of the engagements that we'll be looking at as we go through the process. Now, when you look at the issue of 80%, we say 80% of all senior managerial level and the jobs should be given to Liberians. Look, those are things that you should even go higher than. I know, but we start small. 80% is actually small. Okay, but things that are being practiced in this country, it's not being practiced out of this country. In Liberia, non-Liberian can get involved in any business, and every business, okay, which is not good at all. What Liberians are fighting to get jobs, foreigners are possessing those jobs. You see companies in our country, and for the years of operation, no Liberian have served in any senior managerial position, but I can tell you for free that will definitely stop. Those of you that know DEEP and we want to say welcome back, you know what we can do, you know what we're capable of doing, and we will say that these are things that should not be practiced, and we are calling on all institutions in this country that enough is enough. It's important now that we start to go back on the drawing table and understand that this country is Liberia and it belongs to Liberians. We can expect Liberians and non-Liberians to be fighting for jobs in that country with our government providing protectionism for them. You even have liberalization law, and people just trash them. You have laws that set aside certain businesses for Liberian, but no, it's a behavioral pattern of the society. So they accept things that they should not be accepting, only because of they have not been trained by the government to be nationalistic people that stand up for something. That's the thing we're talking about, the issue of the flag. If you understand what it means to have the red, white, and blue, some things that you are accepting in your country, you will never ever accept it in your country. Because out of the 29 countries in the world that have the red, white, and blue, Liberia stands out to be the least, and that is frustrating. Okay, that is terrible and that is frustrating. So there are lots of things that we know about our country, lots of things that are out there about this country that poorly represent this country. And I think it's important that we get that information and see how we can put ourselves together to to transform our country. So I'll be here again. I would highly appreciate for you to invite others to tune into this particular station. We'll be here every Friday at about 5 p.m. That's the Deep National. I'll be at 5 p.m. And then um, uh, we will be giving our own nationalistic contribution. So we say you can follow us up on Deep National Hour Facebook page. Please go to Deep National Hour, DEEP National Hour, and be a part of the process. Subscribe and share the page as many times as possible. We'll be live on this platform beginning on that page as of the next edition. So God bless you until we meet again. I'm Dr. Abraham Dassaman Sil the First, the Executive Director of the Democracy and Empowerment for Economic Progress, DEEP. During the next edition, I will give you an opportunity to make your input on this program, and then we all can work together for the transformation of our country. God bless you until we meet again. I'm Dr. Abraham Dassaman Sil the First, the Executive Director and Nationalist. Thank you very